first of all, what you have to do it, you have to go to the site. First, let's type here PTE exam booking, and then you can click enter, and then this page will appear. So you can see here that it is the official site for Pearson's PTE. Here it says www.pearsonspte.com. There are several things you can find out: PTE academic test format, guide to scoring, and about PTE. So let's go into this first link and see. Here you can see book a test, and it also say here book now. So now this is the page that you have to go for booking a exam date. You can find this link in the description and you can go from there. And now let's get started. It says a faster, fairer, and simpler English test. So now you can book here. You can just simply click here. Now let's go to that page. You can see here English test for study, work, and visa. So this is applicable for several visa types, maybe for graduate visa and also for student visa applicants and permanent residence visa applicants. This PTE academic English test is applicable. So now additional information is there that this test is applicable into different universities and colleges as well as to Australia, New Zealand, and also for UK. Other thing is the results are available within 48 hours. So now we'll see the check test availability. Now we will go to this link and see. You can see here there is one particular test here for international study, work, and migration. So you have to basically select this one in case if someone is applying for UK visas and UK immigration purposes. You have to select the suitable one. There are 4 options for them. You have to select the suitable option from here. So now I will go for this one. Check PTE academic availability. This is actually excluding UK. Okay, for all the countries other than UK. We will go for this one. Now you can select your location. When you select your city here, when you type down your city here, you can find out what is the nearest test location. Now you can search in here. And you can see there are 4 test centers. Now let's select one here, knowledge merchandising, which is in Colombo. So now you will be able to find a test date. Now when you click here, you can find the available test dates. In this situation, there are no appointments available for the month shown. Basically, for month of April, there are no dates available for tests. So now let's go for the month of May. Now you can see here, earliest available date is 24th of May. So now you can basically just click here and then you can select the time. So now you can see here, there are 2 time slots available, either 11:45 in the morning or 2:30 in the afternoon. This is the way you can select a test date and test time. So now I will go for another example. So now I have selected here Hyderabad, which is a city in India. Now let's see what are the closest test locations in India. Okay, when you click that one, there appears a couple of test locations that is in the proximity of Hyderabad. Now you can see here, there are a couple of places. Now you can see earliest available date is here 21st. Now you can see there are a couple of time slots that you have the test. So now you can select whatever convenient date for you. So if you want to select a date on Saturday, so now here 29th is a Saturday. Now you can select time slots available for 29th. So now you can select whatever the time. If you are confident that you are going to do the test on this particular date and in this particular time slot, so you can just simply click here. Now you can see your appointment details, that set the date, and then this is the location. And if you really want to change the date now, you can change your mind by clicking this change appointment, and you can still go back to the previous page and you can select the relevant date. Now you can see here the length of the test is 135 minutes and the language of the test is English and the test is PTE Academic. Now location is also here. Now here basically what you have to do is just sign in and create your profile. Now let's click this one. You will be shown this kind of a page, and you can see here create my PTE account, or you can log in. So if you have already got a login here, you can just simply log in here and enter your username and password. Otherwise, if you do not have an account, you can create an account. Now let's select this button and see how you can create an account. Create my PTE account. In this first page, you have to select your details, your account details. You can type your first name and then you can type your last name. The most important thing here is the name. The name you fill here should be exactly same as that is appear in the passport. If the passport says you have two first names, so you have to include both the names. If you have three names here or more than that, you have to include all the first names here. The same rule is applicable for the surname also. You have to type down your surname in the same way that is appear in the passport. Complete surname with the same letters. So do not change any letters. So please be careful of what you write. If you write a different letter here, let's say for example, if instead of E, if you write A, then your test report is not going to be valid for your visa application. Therefore, please make sure to double check your name. It has to be exactly same as the name that is appearing in the passport. Now you can select the date of birth here. When you click here, the calendar appears here. So now you can select the year. You can select your birth date and then you can select your email address. Okay, now let's assume this is the email address. And now let's select a username. When you just simply click here, your email address appears as your username. So now let's select a password. You can see here, it must have 8 to 40 characters. It should have above 8 and below 40 characters. Uppercase, capital letters. It should have a lowercase, simple letters. It should have a number, and it should also have a special character. So now when we include some letters, those areas will be highlighted. Now I will type a capital letter. So uppercase is highlighted. Now when we write simple letters, simple lowercase also tick. So now when I write a number, then numbers also ticked. Now I have a special character written, so now it is also ticked. Now, since we do not have 8 characters, minimum of 8 characters, we do not have this one ticked. So now let's add more characters. Now, all the must-have areas have been completed now. Okay, now I have written the city of birth. Now I can select the gender. You can select the country of birth here. Country of citizenship. So now basically you have completed the first page, that your account details have been completed. Now you can click continue here. So when you click continue, you can see now you have been entered to the second page. So now you have to enter some more details. Country of residence is where you currently live. Like for example, if you were born in India and right now you are living in Australia, you can write country of residence as Australia, because right now you are in country of Australia. So if you are still in India, or if you are in your particular country, so you have to still write your country of residence as the particular country that you are currently living. Now I will write it here as Australia. Now you have to write your address. Now let's write one address here. And you can basically write the name of your city and country code. This Australia is +61. Now you can write your contact number here like this. Please check this box if you would like to receive your appointment communications by SMS as well as email. If you tick this one, in addition to email, you will be sent all the communication that is related to your exam via SMS. So if you tick this one, you can get all those information also. Then I will click here. Are you ready to book today without special test arrangements? Like, for example, yes, I'm ready to book. First one, if you select this one, yes, I'm ready. If you are not ready, like without special arrangements, sometimes some people might need wheelchair. Sometimes some other special arrangements are required. So if you are ready, you can click here, yes. If you are not ready, you can just simply select this one. In this situation, I will select yes, I am ready to book and do not require special arrangements. Another thing is here, if you check this one, please check this box if you want to receive information about relevant Pearson and PTE products and services. If you really need to get some more information from Pearson regarding some PTE products as well as services, you can check this one. Another thing to check here, please check this box if you want to be contacted by Pearson or one of our third-party partners for future research into Pearson's English language products and services. If you really wanted to have more information in the future for their research products related to PTE English language test, then you can still tick this one. So in this situation, I will only tick this one, which is the yes, I am ready to book the test, and then I will create my account here. So simply you have to create the account and continue booking. Okay, in this situation, this account is created. Now, I will click this OK here and let's do that verification process and come back to this site. Now you can type down your username, which is the email address that you used earlier when creating the account. And also please enter your password and then click login. Now you will be forwarded to next page. Now let's see what are the booking questions. What language do you speak mostly at home? So now you have to select what is the language that you are mostly speaking when you are at home. So now we will select that one. Now there is a drop down list and you can select which one. And again, it says in the exam test day, you have to take a valid identification. Basically, you have to take your passport. If you do not have passport, you can read the ID policy. So what are the applicable IDs that can be used for the exam? So basically, you have to take the passport or some form of identification that is applicable and that is valid for the PTE academic test. And you have to take this here. I have read the ID policy and understood that I can only take the test if I bring the only valid identification on the test date. So you have to simply take this one. And if you have been asked to provide a code or reference number, enter it here. So you can simply enter the code if you have been asked any of the code. So basically, I do not have a code here. Sharing of data. I agree the Pearsons may share my score report, personal details, and other information about my test with relevant immigration authorities when they are used in a visa application process or where there is a reasonable suspicion of testing malpractice or fraud. So in case immigration authorities ask, so Pearson is releasing our test report, our score report, and our personal details, as well as our other information that is included along with the application, along with the test report. So you have to basically agree here. Another thing is that you have to agree all the terms and conditions. You will click it here. Other thing is you have to consent that your score report being allocated to the Department of Home Affairs, that you select which one, whether it is for New Zealand or whether it's for Australia. And then how did you hear about us? Now you can select an option here. Which country are you planning to study? So now you have to select what is the country that you're either going to work or either going to study or either you are going to settle in. So you have to select the country. So there are options that select the relevant and applicable country for you. What best describes your current situation? So now you have to select what is your current situation, whether you are currently a student in a university or whether you are working full-time or part-time. Now you can select whatever your current situation. And why are you taking this PTE academic test? Now, you have to select the suitable option from here. Either you are applying for permanent skill migration, then you can select this one. Or if you are applying for studies, if you are applying for post-study work visa, so you can select the suitable option here. If you want to select study, so you can select this one also. If you are taking PTE academic for study, which level are you applying for? Whether you are applying for PhD, whether you are applying for undergraduate, or whether you are applying for master's degree, MBA, there are several options here. You can select the suitable option for yourself. Which field of study are you applying for? So now you can select whatever the field that is applicable for you. So now you can go to the next page by simply clicking this button. Next page is the test policies. So you have to arrive there 30 minutes before the start time of the test on the test date. So now other thing is you have to take your valid and non-expired ID. Basically you have to take your passport. At the test center also there are several formalities. The test administrator will take a photograph of yourself and then they will do your palm scan verification as well as you have to sign it. Once all of those test formalities done, you can go for the test. Reschedule policy is something similar to this here. If you plan on availability changes, you may reschedule or cancel your appointment at any time. We highly recommend that you do this as soon as possible to reduce the cancellation fee. There is a cancellation policy. If you cancel your appointment before 14 days, you can get your full refund. Another thing is if you cancel the test less than 14 days, at least 7 days, 7 calendar days before your test date, you can get 50% of your test fee refund. Another thing is if you reschedule the test date less than 7 days, then you have to pay the full test fee. Let's say that we will agree to all these PTE policies and then we will go to the next page. Simply you have to click this button here, agree, and we will go to the next page. You will be forwarded to the next page here and you can find your appointment details. You can see here your test center details and you can also see your particular test date. You can see here, select your appointment start time. You can either select in this format like 2 p.m. or either you can select this 14 hours method. Now you can just simply click this button here, book this appointment. Now you can see here your test description, the time, duration of the test. Your test appointment is available here, the date and the particular time and the location and also cost of the test. Estimated total due along with the tax is 410 in Australian dollars. And now you have to just proceed to checkout. We will click it here and we will see what is in the next page, what is available in the next page. When you want to book the exam date, you have to keep your money ready. You can also fill all the billing information. So all the information with this hashtag you have to fill. So you have to fill your first name and last name, the country, address, and you also have to mention what is the city that you are currently living in. You have to select here the state that you are currently living and the postal code as well as your contact number. You can also include your email address here. Now, once you are done all of these, you can just simply click next. You can do the payment. Basically, when you want to book a test, you have to have money with you. And also just keep in mind, you have to take your passport along with you on the test page. If you do not have a valid passport, if the passport is expired, make sure to renew the passport before the exam date. But other thing is, you cannot book the test without a valid passport because the passport numbers are changing when you renew it. Another important thing is when you book the test, make sure first names as well as your family names are exactly same as per the passport. So there shouldn't be any spelling mistakes. If there are any spelling mistakes, that can be a problem. If there are any spelling mistakes in your names, that test report will not be valid for your visa process. Therefore, name is really important. Make sure to double check your name when you enter. You can support me by clicking the subscribe button and also don't forget to share with your friends.